I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Dahnans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Dahnan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
Hey, Law, you can bust that wall open, can't you?
Well?
An opponent like this should be easy. Fight if you want there.
I'm ready!
No shield can stand up to these fists!
Got flyers.
I've got this!
It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
All you be my guest. Dragon Sword! You're mine!
I never miss! Green Astral Energy! Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
Lunar Corruption!
Smash you!
Kisara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Searing Flame! Reload! Lightning Condemned!
You're mine!
Searing Flame! Reload!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Now you'll learn!
Confiscated!
You're mine! You're finished! I won't show you any mercy!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Dance in the wind!
Now! You're mine! It's over!
Photon do it! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of the floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
No backing down!
For my lord!
In here!
Here I come!
You think that shield will save you?
I see one!
Smash you!
Sword Rain Alpha! Sever
We're
Rain!
not finished!
You're finished!
Do it!
Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Take it!
Freaking does it!
Take this!
Do it!
Kisara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Bring him down! Not today! Take down their defenses! Blending flash!
In here!
We're not finished!
I'll be saving this one!
You're mine! It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Oh, that's cool.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind.
Go no further!
Take this! No! It's over!
Cover the caster!
Water! They really don't give up, do they?
It's over!
Yes, in the wind!
Here I come!
Glacial spear!
Luna Rondo!
Here goes! Freeze Lancer!
Take this!
More
You're
with
finished!
that!
Take this!
In here! Like it! I'll be saving this one! Hear me! Flame! More where that came from!
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming. All along. Oh, is that it?
I won't forgive you!
Take this! Bring him down!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
It's over!
Freeze Lancer! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
Hey, what do you say we fight that?
Brace yourself! This one's tough! I'm on your finish!
Healing Thunder Field!
Severing wind!
I really owe you one.
You're finished! I'm going in! Take this! You're finished!
I'll do anything! Reload! Hurricane!
You're mine!
More where that came from!
I'm on! Take this! I'll tear you apart!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Giant wind! Luna Rondo! Hurricane thrust! You're mine! You're finished! Here I come!
Crossblade!
You know, the more I think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers and Zeugles?
Go no further! Here I go!
Dragon form!
Air thrust!
Sword rain out!
Showdown between blade and fish!
It's over!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
You're finished!
I'll be saving this one!
Luna Rondo! Here I come!
In here!
Ready and rare.
Dragon form! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
further!
Engaging!
Not in your dreams!
Here's the more!
You'll have no mercy!
Down! Rinwell!
Demons descend!
Flashing fang!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you. Is she on?
Get lost!
Bring him down!
Now you see what I can do!
My Human Alpha! Dragon Swarm!
I never fit! I'll take my revenge on you!
I see one, eh?
This works!
Dragon
Now!
Swarm! It's over!
Searing terror! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind!
My turn!
Take
Here I come!
one more!
It's over!
More for the stockpile!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Soaring Alpha!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Don't get careless.
What's this thing?
So what is Mahag Sar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them. That enemy looks strong. I bet it... Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
I'll be saving that one! Magic is in!
I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
Bring him down! I'm not done! Burn him down! Sword Rain Alpha! Support!
Here's where that came from! Now! Lost! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Hear me! Flame of
My
fury!
turn! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
Dance in
Sever
the
the
wind!
wind!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Everyone hanging in there?
Hi, Hoodle! Hit! Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
You'll pay for what you did!
Now you have it finished! Dragon Swarm!
Lost! Get toasty!
Bird Strike! My turn! Bird!
Into the ground! Now!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Little help!
You're mine! Bring him down! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! Flame! You're mine! Fire support! Tear! Take this! You're finished! Release! Fall back! Take this!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Don't get careless.
No
Side.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Take this!
Eagle Fly! Leon, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Take this! It's over!
Lunar Corruption!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Чуть-чуть.
Right.
Right.
This looks nice and tough.
Lost!
Take this! Bring him down! Take this! You picked the wrong battle! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Form!
Eat this! Here I go!
You're mine! It's over! Die!
Mega Ray!
Take this!
Here, do it!
Lunar Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now!
My turn! I'll smash you!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
No choice! Engaging!
Here's Eva!
Dragon Form! Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine!
Double kill.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for. But
This isn't enough to go on.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Nicely done.
hi, Hoodle.
Severing Wind!
Dragon Form! Here you go!
You're finished! Dragon Form! I'll finish you here and now! Severing Wind!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Look, another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then there should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Sword Rain Alpha! No! Try this!
Do it! Raging Storm!
That was so cool.
It's over!
Work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Storm! Dragon Hurricane! Watch it! We're not finished! You're mine!
Do it! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Sword Rain Alpha!
Do it!
Demons descend! Flashing Fang! I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when.
You did.
Even if Dahnans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art! Dance in the wind! Airwalk! Light crystal energy! Resuscitation! Lightning orb! Dance in the wind!
Be my guest! I'll tear you apart, Alpha!
Now!
Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I need to be stronger.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
No backing down. Engaging.
Here I come!
More for the stop sign!
Come on! Severing wind! You got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! It's over! Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine!
We did it!
Now!
Hurricane Thrust!
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang.
Now! You're mine! This one's all mine!
It's almost too strong. Then I'll split it up.
Be my guest!
I'll smash you.
My shield!
We're not finished.
Field! Sword Rain Alpha! Whipping hell! Frozen!
Hammer.
Raging
No! Take this!
Lunar Corruption! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak. I know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave wouldn't know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danons are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother! And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic slave?
Have you no shame?
Razor Cyclone!
It can hide itself? Amazing! Win!
Hit a word!
Here's a healing heart!
No escape!
First aid! Raging Bullseye! There!
Take this!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now. Warp in the stockpile.
I really owe you one.
Lightning condemned.
Here,
Thunderblade!
It's over! It vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Come to an end.
Dance in the wind! Air!
Burn! You're mine!
Annihilation!
Take this!
Champion Swirl!
Try this!
Freaking does it!
Blending blast!
Whirlwind smash!
Lightning raging cascade!
It's over! Win!
Dance in the wind!
Now it is a word!
You're mine! Tear!
Raging storm!
First strike!
Healing circle!
Try harder! My turn! No escape! Severing wing! Here I come! It's over! Devastation! You're mine! It's over!
First strike! Hurricane!
Try harder! My turn!
I'm just getting
No
started!
chance! My turn! Here I come! No escape! Sword Rain Alpha!
It's weekend!
This ends now!
Let me see what I can do! That's
Dance in the
fun!
wind!
Sword Rain was all mine!
Now I
Blended Blast! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Let me help!
Ignite! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Sword! Try this!
Reinforcements confiscated!
Explosive Ring!
Raging storm!
Severing Wing! Here I come! Not now, not ever! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! No escape! You're mine! You're finished! Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from death abyss!
Take this!
Dance in the wind! Here's a healing
Astro Arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
First
I
aid!
owe you one! It's on! There! Dragon Warp! Take this! You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha!
Here we go again.
I'll bring you back from death to
Not
death.
today! We did it!
Crumble! Talon Storm!
Struck! Sword Blade Alpha! Try this!
Fight left in me. Lightning!
Rip it!
Blending!
Pierce evil! Thunder Laser! Raging Cascade!
Nice while
I'll bring you back from death to death. Arch Steel! I'll bring you back from death to death. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Not done yet!
Dance in the wind! I'm at sea.
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Not my
First
fight.
ice is all day. Lunar
Here I come.
Air by the power of
Severing
water.
Wind!
Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Sword Blade Alpha!
Precipitation!
Here I come! You're finished!
Zero corruption! Lunar
I'm
blast!
not done! Big Blast!
Not in your dreams!
Lunar Rondo!
Here, let me help.
Devastation! I owe you one! Take this! I'm not done!
By the power of water!
Watch this!
Sword Blade Alpha!
Pieces!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Blending Blast! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Save you! Do it!
Ridwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship? Ridiculous. Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
They can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed. Something like this must have come from another realm. Mahag-Saar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough. And you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act, as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go. To Mahag-Saar, Ganath Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, Those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Dahnans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So, you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Dahnans, and you're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Dahnan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if I get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cyslodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Dahnans and Renans have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Lagiel?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Dahnan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elde Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part. That you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before. But looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldaman Guard. So, in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Dahnans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
I think Hootle senses something.
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down and that'll be that.
No choice. I'm not done!
I'm
Dragon
Raging
Swarm!
Cascade!
Here it comes!
You're
mine!
Air thrust!
You're mine! I'll take you all on!
Photon, here goes!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Here I go!
I'm just getting started!
Do it! Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Oh!
Wow. Look what I just found.
Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hootle! One of your buddies! Hi, Hootle!
You're mine! It's so time to
Corruption!
take this!
Lightning orb!
Sword Rain Alpha! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Now or never.
You're mine! You're finished!
Shattering us to pieces!
Take
Attack
this!
time!
Gale Force!
Great!
Joke's on!
I never miss!
Come one, come all!
Win! I'll be saving this!
Searing Gale!
Searing Flame! Reload!
Take this!
Raging Do it! Shion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Dragon Storm! Do it! Shion, Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Certainly not bad.
No complaints here.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and Oz. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you.
Are you an
Here,
Octane?
let me show you how it's done.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. All right. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
Ha! Not my lucky day, I guess. There we go. I'll get you next time. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
Starter weakness.
Maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
We get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought, after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
This should definitely keep you guys full.
You okay, Shionne? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shionne.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. Mind if I join you, La?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomach ache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you?
Impossible.
It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danos have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Rennies.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danos slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
have a bad feeling about this.
I'm not done! Wind! Swallow Dance! Lunar Rongo!
Glacial Spear!
Devastation!
Fierce Evil!
Dance in the wind!
Airborne
It's
Beast!
over.
My
Devastation!
specialty!
Get on in there with the others.
We got flyers!
I've got
Soaring
this.
Alpha!
Let a marksman
Swallow
handle
Dance!
it.
You're mine! All yours! Burn!
Hurricane!
Dohalim! Say! Blow them away! Now! Here I come!
Lunar Eruption!
Lunar Rongo!
Raging Storm!
I'll take you all off! It's
Dance
over!
in the wind! House it! In here!
Lunar Rongo!
Mega Ray!
Swallow Dance!
Look
Do
at
it!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arts!
When he slows down, that's our chance! You're mine!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall! Graviton Field!
Prepare to be sealed!
Cover the hammer! Lightning Condemned!
Whirlwind!
Thunder Blade! Lunar Corruption!
No further!
Take this!
Lunar Blast!
Glimmer
Lightning Condemned!
Strike!
Take
Thunder
this!
Searing Flame! Reload!
First strike!
Oh, Lunar!
No further!
Here I come! You're finished!
Searing Flame!
Prepare to be sealed!
Dance in the wind! Lunar Curve! Now!
Devastation!
Amazing.
Take this!
Do it!
You're
One
finished!
at a time!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact Cross! My turn! I'm not done!
Dance in the wind!
Devastation!
Here!
Hurricane Thrust!
Mega Ray!
No escape!
By the
Dragon
power of
Swarm!
water!
Severing Wind!
Do it! Lightning Condemned!
Lunar Rock!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
Well, objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Is it?
We can really make weapons with this?
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Thunderblade!
Luna Rondo!
Fang Bolero!
Devastation!
Lunar
Here I come!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Wind Astral
In a
Energy!
bind?
Raging
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You're mine! It's over! Rising Falcon! Eternal Devastation! Take this!
Nothing gets by me!
First strike! Take this! Sword Rain! Come one, come all!
Rip and tear!
Watch this!
Lancer, here goes!
Take this!
Hear me!
Burning!
Raging Cascade!
Come on, Demon Fang! Here I come!
Dare you bullseye, Sion! Nuts!
In here!
Get out of my sight line or you'll get hit.
Right,
Sorry, thanks!
My turn! Here I come!
By the
It's
power
over!
of water!
Hurricane Thrust!
Gemini Alpha!
Rising Falcon!
Do it!
No
Whoa,
escape!
hey, when is
Good
it?
luck!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Am I on a... roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hi, Hoodle!
Take this!
There!
Now or never.
Thunderblade!
Here I come! Okay, here I go. First strike!
Lightning Raging Cascade!
You're mine! It's over!
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Dreams!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Luna Rondo!
Rip and tear!
Why'd you human?
To stop you dying?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! You're finished!
Now,
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking,
You know
more
what
doing.
let's go! Lightning Condemn!
Do it!
I'm not done!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Glacial Spear!
No!
Pierce
Take this!
evil!
First strike!
Lightning Lancer!
Severing wind!
Blade!
Here I come! Take this!
Swallow
You're
dare!
finished!
Here goes! Will this help?
The earth throbbed
Stand
by
for the
pain.
win!
Oh,
Air
it's you!
thrust!
Double
Healing
finger
thrust!
bang!
Our next coming
dare!
water! Hear my call! Let's
It's
get you
on!
out of the way!
You're
Glacial
mine!
Spear! Pierce
You're
evil!
finished!
Fang
Devastation!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
It's on!
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
It's over!
Don't mind
I'm
if I
surrounded!
do! Annihilation! Lightning Condemn!
Talon Hurricane!
Thunderblade! I can do this all day!
Dragon Swarm!
Water! Hear my call!
Sword Lane Alpha!
Red!
Here I come! It's
Hear
over!
evil! Air thrust
An astral
mine.
arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Here's evil!
Dragon Swarm!
Lore for the stop!
Now.
Freeze!
Sword Lane Alpha! Double leap! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Take it!
My
Here
turn!
goes! Again!
No escape!
Banana! let's
Dragon
go.
Swarm!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Burning strike!
Blending
Hear
Flash!
my call! Talon Sword!
You're mine! You're finished!
Talon Hurricane!
Lightning
Hurricane!
Resistance! Lightning Condemn!
Eternal
By the power
Devastation!
of Thunderblade!
Here I come!
Gemini Aqua!
You're finished!
Watch this!
We're cleared out.
Let me take the rest of them.
Well, someone's feeling lively.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
More for the stockpile.
Eternal devastation!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Not on my watch.
It's over! Dragon
Raging
Form!
Storm! More with that
Sword Rain Alpha! Eternal devastation!
Raging Storm! Now!
It's over! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Hear me!
Not a
Flame of
chance!
Fury!
That's enough! Lunar Rondo! Stardust!
Let Astral Energy dance in the wind!
Mirage!
Sealed! Gemini Hawk
It's over!
with the others!
Easter! Sword Rain Alpha! Dragon Form!
now! Lunar Chloride!
Severing
It's
Wind!
showtime!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Tear!
Series
It's over!
Flame! Reload!
Mirage!
I'm even stronger than before.
Get lost!
Strike!
Eat this!
Can't get out of...
I'll end
I'm
you!
expert! Cutting Razor!
Storm!
I'll heal you all!
It's over! Dragon Form!
Lightning Condemned!
Try this!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a
Explosive Ring!
Nope, that'd be silly.
Leave the ensnaring
never
to me.
Yeah,
You're mine!
and the pummeling to me. I'll
Sword Rain
finish you here
Alpha!
and now.
Severing Wind!
Now!
Lunar Rondo! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Here,
My
let me
turn!
help. Leave the enemy's arcs to me!
Lunar Cap!
Milky Blade here.
Fierce evil!
Swallow dance.
Field!
It's done this time! I'm not done! Severing Wind!
That gun of yours is real handy at a pinch.
It takes a true marksman.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance!
Lunar Corruption
Prepare to be
Field!
sealed!
By the power
Sword
of
Rain
Fire!
Alpha! Dragon
In here.
Form! Severing Wind!
Flame of Fury!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial Spear! Do it!
Doubling! In an instant! Impact Claw!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah? Think you could beat me at arm wrestling?
When have I not beaten you?
Right. I'll just go on ahead then. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then?
Get lost!
Here I come! Eternal Devastation! Strike! On it!
Here comes
Dragon Form!
Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha!
In here!
Ignite!
Ugh, let's get you all tucked away.
Here I come!
Here, let me help.
You're finished!
First aid! Whoa, hey, one at a time!
I'm on it!
Lunar
Sword Rain
Corruption!
Alpha!
Wind
Severing Wind!
Astral
Rinwell!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
Got it!
Here I go. Well
No
done.
chance.
I'm ready.
No escape!
Magma
Lunar
Round.
Rondo! Tear! Stardust!
Raging
Mirage!
Cascade!
Beast
skill!
Burning in here.
Glacial Spear.
Eternal devastation!
This one.
First strike!
Prepare to be
sealed! You're finished!
Shining Supernova. Now.
Sword Rain out!
Dohalim.
All yours, Kisara.
Looks like it could be worth something.
What's this thing?
It'll be a breeze.
Here I come!
Get in, get out.
It's over!
It's over. I never miss. Feel
Wait,
the sky
wait.
is mine. Let's get you all tucked away.
It's on!
Searing flame.
Take this!
Whirlwind snap.
It's
Lightning
over.
orb.
Sword.
They're surrounding us. I'm only
Searing gale!
Do it. This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
I'll heal you
Now!
in.
Here I come! Luna
Sleep
Rondo!
now.
Start up!
There with the end.
What a relief.
Searing
You're
flame.
mine!
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Now.
Right.
Law! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind.
Now!
Lunar corruption.
You're finished!
Watch and read.
Devastation.
Photon blast. Do it.
Hurricane
In the wind.
thrust! Law!
Hey! Ha!
Blow them away!
Didn't even break a sweat.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up at... Head then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's...
It's on!
Raging cascade.
It's over.
I'm like
This
bait
one's
to them.
mine.
Win!
Lunar corruption.
Hurricane.
By the power of water.
That frickin' does it!
You're mine! It's over!
Photon blast. Hear me.
Win.
One at a time.
Searing gale!
Water. Hear my
We
call.
did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them
Now.
apart to your heart's
Shield!
content.
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes.
Here's a healing art.
You're mine! Luna Rondo!
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever.
Hey, Poodle's quip. I think we're about to be real lucky. Go no further. Hear me, flame of fury.
Sword Rain
This
Alpha!
one's mine.
Swallow dance!
Thank you. Hear me, flame
Severing
of fury.
wind.
Burning
Searing gale!
water. Hear my call.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
See you
Dance in the
continue
wind.
on in that vein.
Yes,
Now.
my lady?
Something you want to...
Frozen.
Hammer!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It'll be a breeze.
You're
Get
mine.
in, get out.
It's over!
Magna Not on my watch.
I'm on it.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Gale force.
Ignite!
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my
Severing
call.
wind! How about this?
Get
Soaring
out
Light Spear!
Burning strike.
No escape! Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my call.
Crumble it! Next!
These little ones are hardly worth our
Damn it.
time.
Can't
Less
this
talking, more pummeling.
Here
Cut them
goes.
apart to your heart's content.
Lunar corruption.
Take this!
Don't mind if I do. Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Here I come.
Can't this work?
It's over!
Lunar
Win.
corruption. Photon
Start up!
I'm just getting started.
Take this!
Gale force. Burning raging cascade. Water. Hear
Here
my
I come.
call.
You're finished! It's on!
Yes, swallow
Blended Flash! Eternal devastation! I'm on it! Take this!
How's this? Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Shion.
And still as humble as ever.
We managed to pull through. Phew, what a rush. What's that big tower over there?
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
See you tomorrow. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
I always love the sound of hammers banging. Away. Not this way, I guess. An opponent like this should be easy.
Annihilation! Not on my watch!
Here I come! It's over!
Lightning orb! More where that came from! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Severing wind! Here I come! It's over!
Thunder field! Raging
The enemy wields arcs too.
You'll soon see about that!
I can't lay a finger on you!
I prefer it that way.
Torch field!
What about you?
Just watch and see!
Lunar blast!
Strike!
Swallow dance! In the wind! Take now!
Hurricane thrust!
Get on there with the edge! On a roll now!
No escape!
Force! A banana!
Try harder!
Freeze lancer!
Double demon fang! First strike!
Glacier
I'll run you through! Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Right, here goes! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm!
They got me flanking!
Not on my watch!
Swallow Here I come! You're finished! Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
Got fire!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Denizen! Magna Ray!
Now! You're mine!
Cascade!
Lunar Rondo!
Flame of Fury!
Stardust!
Do it!
An astral blast!
Hey!
Blow them away! Not a chance! I'm not done!
Lunar Corruption!
Stardust!
Gemini Aqua!
Lunar Rondo!
Lightning!
Well, someone seems in tip-top
You're
form.
finished!
Nothing new about that, Shion.
And still as humble as ever.
It's over! Eternal Devastation! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation! Severing wind!
Hey!
Blow them away!
This is barely target practice.
Then why bother fighting them?
Because I certainly won't run away from a battle.
I'm like bait to them.
Here I come!
Hurricane!
Crush!
Thunderblade!
Try this on for size!
Take this! You're finished!
I'm on it!
Talon Hurricane!
Lunar Rondo!
Lunar
Flying
Corruption!
freaks!
Tear!
What if they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
We're cleaning
No
out.
complaints. Let me take the rest of them.
Well, someone's feeling
You're
lively.
finished! Dragon Swarm!
I'm only getting started.
Take this!
Sleep now.
I'm on it.
Talon Hurricane!
Glimmer Dragon!
Take this!
Searing flame!
It's over!
Ready,
Eternal
Supernova!
Devastation!
Up and at 'em, let's go!
I can feel my precision improving. Out of our way!
Raging Cascade!
You're
You're
mine!
mine! I never miss!
Swallow dance!
Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Air Throttle! Hear my call! Photon Flash!
Rending
Rip it
Blast!
back!
Severing Wind! Law!
Hey!
Blow them away!
Lightning Condemned!
Not a
You got
chance!
company!
No escape!
Thunderblade!
First strike!
Mine.
Lunar Rondo!
Red!
We're thinning them out.
Please? More like me.
I'll admit I'm
finished.
impressed.
Eternal
Very slight.
Devastation! Take
Freeze
this!
Lancer!
It's over!
Do it!
Dueling! In an instant! Impact Cross! I can feel my power growing!
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
An opponent like this should be easy.
There! Go! You're mine! Not on my watch!
Eternal Devastation!
Astral
Take
Storm!
this!
Up and at 'em,
It's
let's
over.
go! Lunar
Dragon Swarm!
Lunar Blast!
Eternal Devastation! Ignite!
Here goes! Up
Take
and at
this.
'em, let's go!
Sword Rain Alpha! Wind!
This will come in handy!
Lunar Rondo! You're finished!
Here goes!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off. Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
Tear! First strike! Stardust! Lightning Orb!
Lunar Rondo!
All right! It's
Galactic
showtime!
Falcon! No escape!
Air thrust!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we...
Little help! Here
No
I go!
escape!
I'm only getting
Eternal
started!
devastation!
I'm surrounded!
Swallow dance!
Hear me! Flame of
You're
fury!
finished!
Burning strike! Glacial spear!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Dance
Severing
to the
wind!
Freeze Lancer!
Inferno!
Here I come!
Now!
You're finished! This one's all
Astral
mine!
energy! I never miss!
I'm on it!
Sword Rain Alpha!
There!
I can carve through! I'm on a roll now!
Splendid Flash!
Lightning! Raging
Dragon
Lightning!
Ball!
Do it!
Talon Storm!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Do it!
Now! Here I come!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Denison!
Not a chance! I'm not...
By the power of water!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Get lost!
Take this!
No escape!
Lunar corruption!
Talon Storm!
Lightning raging cascade!
Splendid Flash!
Here's the healing arc!
Eat
Dance
this!
in the wind!
Tear!
And here
You're
goes!
mine!
Let's get you all tucked away! Gravitas field!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging
Eat
now!
wind!
Talon
Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I'll
Not
heal you
a
all! Swallow strike!
Tear!
Now I'm in the groove!
Healing circle!
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
So much for sitting...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
No backing down!
Here I come!
Not in your dreams!
Hot ray!
Heal!
Dragon Form!
Mega ray! By the power of
Here I
water!
come!
It's showtime!
You're finished!
Talon
Double
Storm!
Demon Fang!
We do it!
Dohalim! Say!
Blow them away!
They're surrounding you!
Now!
My call!
You're mine!
Eat this!
Sword...
Lightning orb!
Dragon Form!
Lightning!
Double Demon Fang! Severing Wind!
Eagle
Hurricane Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Sword Rain Alpha!
Raging storm!
Severing Wind!
Strike!
Tear!
Whirlwind
Here I come!
By the power of
Devastation!
water!
That's freaking does it!
You're on! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Take
My turn!
and again!
No escape!
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
What? No, I wasn't!
Let's dispose of the trash. Where are you going?
It's over!
This one's mine!
I'm on it!
Not on my watch! Water! Hear
Severing
my
Wind!
call!
Devastation!
Glacial spear.
Here's the eagle! Now! Freeze Lancer! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Now!
Hey, when did I
You're
get so popular? I'll tear you apart!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Dance in the
Severing
wind!
Wind!
Here's hurricane!
Eagle
Like
Force!
Astral Energy! Raging cascade!
You're
Here's the
mine!
healing arc!
You're finished!
First aid! Do it! I'm on a roll!
Your power is a spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you. Embrace it.
Eternal devastation!
I'm just getting
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone!
No complaints from me.
Guess I misread the Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term. But you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. Which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan. Leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes. I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps. But Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly! You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? Said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Wind Astral
Take
Energy!
this.
You're mine! Light
Enjoy.
Astral Energy!
Here.
By the power of Radiant Storm!
Bird! Who the hell are
It's
you?
weakened!
This ends now!
This guy's not normal!
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
Oh,
you.
Wind Astral
Try
Energy!
harder!
In a bind?
Not a chance!
Here, let me help.
First aid! Raging Cascade! Lunar Corruption!
Fall.
By the power of water! Raging
It's
Storm!
over.
Killing the ray!
I'm on it!
Dragon Swarm!
Tempest,
Enjoy.
I'll heal you all!
Take this! It's
Dance
over!
in the healing
This isn't looking good.
Water, hear my
I'm
call!
sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough on us.
You're mine!
Yes, ma'am.
It's wall!
You're
Up and
mine.
in, let's go!
It's
Here's
over.
a healing arm!
That frickin' does it!
Now I can let loose! You're
Raging
mine!
Storm, hear
You're
my
finished!
call! Tunnel!
Entertain me.
Here's
Here I am!
Burning strike! Dance in the healing arc! Air thrust!
Dance.
Photon flat!
Enjoy.
Annihilation!
That
Silk
frickin' does it!
Here's a healing arc!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. Oh? A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain. But you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...